Hello guys, I'm so excited for this. I couldn't even change my clothes. I just woke up. A package came from Amazon. Foldable flights, amazing paper airplane book has came. Has come. I'm gonna be teaching her full swang right now. Right now, the first I'm gonna do a swang, and it also wants to be full. Let me just get a page. Yep. Okay. So there's one crease I think you should decrease because that's a very important crease. If it's wrong, I mean that's the whole it's depending on that. Yeah. So guys, I'm starting with that, and I'm not using the template. I have an extra template. I have two templates. And by the extra template. So you start. I'm actually having the book here. That's how it's gonna look. It just looks exceptional. So let's get right to it. The folding sequence is pretty hard. I mean, it's like an advanced plane, so it's nothing surprising. But if it's your first time folding a plane, I would recommend not to fold this. But if you want a shell, if you folded an intermediate plane before, this will be a big step up. You can try it. So you first have your A4 paper or an 8.5 by 11 sheet. So yeah, 8.5 by 11 inch sheet of paper or A4. So with that, you fold it in half. I already pre-creased mine, so that'll be pretty easy. Now, when you have it folded like this, you fold this from this corner to this corner, which actually is pretty tricky, but I think we can do it. So how I like to do it is to pinch it at the first corner. I'll just show you what I'm doing. I try not to get my head in the way and still be fairly accurate. See, so I pinch it at the top corner when I got the point. I just pinch it. Then I find my way at the bottom corner and then pinch it at the bottom corner. Now using both of my pinches, I make the proper crease. And now you could tear the paper. So I'm using Astra Bright's blue paper. I don't know what's its full name, but I'm using Astra Bright's blue paper. Then you've got this crease. You turn it over, then you match it to here, which is basically just copying that same fold. So that makes you this. And then you unfold it into this type of thing. Now you'll be saying, oh, there should be mountains, guys. There should be mountains. The middle line should be a valley and the other should be mountains. Actually, there should be valleys. There should be valleys. I've just checked the book. They should be valleys. I don't understand, but I'm using the book right now. And this is actually one of my favorite planes. I've unfolded it. My friend bought this book, but I wanted a forever the template. I'm not wasting my templates just yet. Not using them. So next, you will perform a pinch crease, which is, I think I can explain that to you. It's basically a crease, but you don't crease all the way. You just mark it because it's just a measurement. So you just mark it in the middle. You can see that mark in the middle, right? That's made with a pinch crease. You make the same pinch crease by taking this edge, folding it to this, the pinch crease you just made. And this time you will again do a pinch crease, but you can just work it up with your nail to make a nice little mark, because that's going to be a really important measurement. So I see how I've done mine. I have a mark there. So with those done, we have to make 2 more marks. I will just perform the folds and explain what I did. So what I did on one side is, I took this to the middle crease and pinch creased at the bottom. I pinch creased it at the bottom. So with the pinch crease, I just pinched it, then opened it, then did another pinch crease, but I really marked it nicely, because that's going to be another one of our measurements that we're going to be using. So I just worked it with my nail and did the same on the other side. Guys, so that's what you've done on the other side too. So it makes this kind of thing. Then flip it over. You have it like this. You flip it over to this. Now those creases which I talked about. Sorry, wait. I got overexcited. It should be like this only. We have one more crease to perform, which is actually probably not such a complicated crease, but it should be easy enough. It should be an easy crease. It's like an intermediate level crease. I don't know, it's not an easy crease though, I think. I'm gonna make the crease and explain, because I can't do it off my head getting in the way. Make a nice firm crease here, because we're doing that for a reason. Right. I'll explain this fold. You just see, I just made a new fold. It goes through this point we marked earlier and this point, the point I told you to crease nicely. And you do the same on the other side with the same measurements, but on the other side. So this is actually not that a complicated fold, but you may want to double check. Now make another good crease on the other side, and that will be some of the pre-creasing. This is a lot of pre-creasing on Zoomerangs. So there's a lot of pre-creasing and then one hard fold. Now you flip it over finally. Now those should be mount. Now this is actually a pretty fun step. I find it the funnest step. I don't know if that's a word, but I just used it. So I'm just gonna make the crease and then explain. So what you do is you grab these creases. You grab this crease because it's a mountain and bring it to this crease and fold. That just feels so satisfying. That's why I call it a nice crease. And then you do the same on the other side. I mean, this is a really long plane, so you might want to, do something else if you might get bored in the middle of the plane while I'm going too slow. If I'm going too fast, you can always pause the video. But you can't exit the video. I'm going to do this crease because it's really hard to show on camera. I'm going to do this crease, then I'm going to show you what I did. This is actually the hardest crease of the plane. Yes. It's all easy after this. It's all easy after this crease. Yeah, sure. Yes. So I'm going to do this crease, then explain you what I did. So guys, I performed the crease. It's not that hard, but it's a pretty hard crease. it works with all the pre-creasing. If you've done anything wrong, it might not be exactly equal. But if you do it right, your plane should look like this. Now, you're like, how should my plane look like that? Yes. You are having it like this, right guys? Like this. You flip it over to this side. Then see. Your arrangement should look like this. You should pop this into a valley. Then make this a mountain. Then, if you just turn the paper over and just pinch, then pinch on this, then push this out, this is what your result will be. See? Pinch on this, push this out, this is what your result will be. Now that's a really complicated step. You should see that back if you're getting confused, because I moved too fast for you. Right guys? If I'm moving too fast for you, it's a really hard step. It's okay if you don't get it. But that what creates the signature fin in Zoomerang. And now here comes the easy steps. You unfold it out. Oh wait, that's not what I wanted to do. You unfold it, but in a very nice manner. Not in your in a normal manner like this. And it might want to be like this. You unfold it so that the fin is like this. So we had this. Just recheck. Then you out. You had this. Then you did this. A recheck of the folds. Now you just crease everything nicely to flatten it out. Your paper may not want to lie flat, but you can just do that. Just make the fin go. Just turn the fin on both sides. Make the fin lie flat. And that's what gives you the signature fin. I mean, this is why I wanted to fold this plane. It just has that signature fin. Now I want to check this crease. I'm not sure. Yeah, but so now you turn your paper over to the side where there is no fin. None of this. You might need a pen for this. So take out your pens, guys. You might need a pen for this. Now I'll wait for you guys to get your pens. You can always pause the video. It's a really long plane. So now you flip it over. Now you see this point. Mark that on the other side. Now this is, put one finger down and then mark it at that exact point and make an oval mark like this. Now take this edge and fold it at that point. It's not, this is a very crucial measurement. If you get it a bit wrong, it may not exactly boomerang back to you. So this is what I did. This is what happens. Then you fold in like the triangles on any plane. You fold in like it's like the triangles like this. And then the same on the other side. Now you're saying, where does the lock come? Where does the two-dimensional lock come? Now that is actually one of the best locks I've seen on this plane. And this is what you have so far. That signature fin, and with these, where does the bald nose come? Now that is something I actually like. It's something I like to talk about. So I fold this down, and that's not the nose, obviously. Then I fold it in half along the crease, along with the existing crease. But this fin gets hidden because I fold it into half. Now you have this, right? You have a crease on that. When you do the crease, if you go on the crease and pull this, you should be able to fold it. Squash it. I'm just gonna recheck my crease. Oh wait, yeah. Yep, okay guys, yeah. You should be able to fold it. And your plane should look like this. And no, you're not doing this and this and that. No, you're not doing that. It's much more complicated. Then you have this nose, right? You take this, you fold it to the down point. Then you have this pocket, right? You pull it out and flatten it. That's what locks all the layers together, and you unfold it. That's what locks it all together. Then you fold back on, and now you fold the wings. I'll actually explain you how to make the wings, because come on, it's a boomerang plane. So you make the wings, but the spike should be visible here. That is what allows it to boomerang. This spike at like 1 centimeter of it should be visible, and then you can fold the two winglets on the sides, and you have a finished boomerang. It's one of the best planes. I mean, it boomerangs back to you, so it's just an amazing plane. I hope you guys enjoy boomeranging it. So the throwing technique is quite simple. I'm not going to throw it because it's not going to properly boomerang. I'm just going to do some adjustments. You give it some negative dihedral angle, which I think you should see a bit closely. You give this some negative, and then you put this on a negative dihedral angle and some negative up elevators. You don't need down elevator because you don't need any of that. And then you hold it like this, and then you throw it like this, so it boomerangs back to you. And when you throw it normally, it should dive into the ground. Then only it will boomerang. So it's just an amazing plane. Hope you enjoyed folding it. So see you guys in the next video. Please like and subscribe. Bye guys.